Have you ever thought that just one small thought could turn your entire life around? Like a bird, with just a change in the direction of its wings, the sky before it becomes completely different. Our lives are the same. We can't always change our circumstances, but we can always change the way we see them. Long ago, in a small village, there was a donkey named Kiro. Every day, from dawn until dusk, he had to pull a heavy millstone under the scorching sun. The endless circle made Kiro feel like a prisoner of fate. He often looked at the horses running free across the green fields and sighed, "If only I had been born a horse. Surely life would have been different." His resentment grew, turning every round of the mill into a burden. Kiro felt his work was meaningless, and he himself nothing more than an unfortunate creature bound by invisible chains. In his eyes, the whole world was painted in gray. He believed that as long as his circumstances did not change, his life would remain an endless, exhausting, meaningless circle. One sweltering afternoon, Kiro grew so tired that he collapsed beside a dry well. He thought, "Maybe this is the end for me. Living is no different than being chained forever." At that very moment, a small sparrow flew down. Seeing Kiro sigh, the sparrow asked, "Why are you so sad?" Kiro told of his heavy life, of his dream of becoming a horse galloping free. The sparrow smiled gently. "Long ago, I too once resented my tiny wings. I thought, if only I had the wings of an eagle, I could fly over mountains and seas. But then I realized, it was precisely because of these small wings that I could slip through the bushes, finding seeds hidden deep in the grass, things an eagle could never see." The sparrow looked at Kiro and said slowly, "Your fate may not change, but if you change the way you look at it, the sky before you will be different." Kiro was silent. Inside him, a tiny spark flickered to life, like a seed breaking through the earth after the first spring rain. When the sparrow had flown away, Kiro still lay beside the dry well. In his mind, the words echoed, "Your fate may not change, but if you change the way you look at it, the sky before you will be different." For the first time, Kiro tried to see his life through a different lens. He realized, thanks to his strength and endurance, the village had flour to bake bread, food to feed the elderly and the children. The endless circle he had cursed was, in truth, sustaining the life of the entire community. He remembered the laughter inside small houses as the scent of fresh bread drifted through the streets. He saw the joy of children holding warm loaves in their hands, and he understood. All that happiness began with the very circle he had despised. A thought came to him. Perhaps I don't need to become a horse to be free. True freedom is choosing to see my own life differently. In that moment, the burden in Kiro's heart began to dissolve. The work remained, his legs were still weary, but his heart was different. And when the heart changes, life changes too. Kiro's story is not only about a donkey in an old village, it is also our story today. At work, many times, we feel trapped in repetitive tasks, tired and discouraged. But if we shift our perspective, we might see that persistence is building our skills, opening doors we haven't yet noticed. In family, disagreements can hurt. But instead of thinking they don't understand me, we might ask, can I listen to them first? And the atmosphere changes. In finances, lack often creates anxiety. But if we view it as a lesson in management, we grow stronger through the challenge. And on social media, where we so often compare ourselves to others, if we shift our lens from "I'm behind" to "I have my own path," the heaviness eases. The question for you today is, are you looking at life through eyes of complaint or through eyes of gratitude? The next day, Kiro returned to the familiar mill. The circle was the same, the sun just as hot. But in his eyes, everything was different. He walked no longer in resentment, but in choice. With each round, he imagined fresh loaves of bread, children's smiles, families gathered in warmth. The work hadn't changed, but Kiro's heart had. And when the heart changes, life changes. Life doesn't always give us the wings of an eagle or a wide open road. But with a shift in mindset, even the feet of a donkey can walk in freedom. Even the wings of a sparrow can open up a sky of their own. Happiness is not in what we have, but in how we see. If this story brought you even a small spark of light, share it, so someone out there might find their way too. And don't forget to subscribe, so we can walk together through more stories like this.